Hey, what is up, everybody? We're about to go live talking about NFTs. So I'm going to shoot it out to Natalya, who's going to be joining us. Natalya Michelle. She is a young entrepreneur.
There we go.
There we go. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing
So I
good,
was I
doing
was
good.
introducing you. Oh yeah, I was introducing you, and I was introducing you as an entrepreneur, but you're so much more than that. So tell the audience a little about yourself.
Oh Lord, that's a lot of people. I'm just like, that was a lot of people that just joined. Well, hi, my name is Natalya Michelle. So I am the CEO and owner of Indigo Media, and we specialize in media and content creation for social media, film and television, and also for events. So yeah, pretty much that is my job. I also act too, so there's that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. How does NFTs fit into all that?
Oh Lord. I honestly, the best way to describe it, think NFTs are an asset, right? That's the best way to explain it. It's a digital asset because we even had our event, we were talking about it earlier. So NFTs, it's a digital asset. Digital assets can be realistically any form of asset. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it has value and as long as you can incorporate it into your career, business, etc., then you're booming, right? So for example, for like the music industry, right? If you wanted to sell your NFTs and if you wanted to associate or have some kind of royalties associated with that, then all of a sudden your value for your NFT can skyrocket. You can all of a sudden create your own fan base, your own funding. It's your own source of literally the stock market for your career or source of funding. So there's so much that I can talk about it, but there's so many ways to integrate it as long as you provide value to people, whether that's royalties, whether that is like event admissions, whether that's like one-on-one coaching or consulting, or even just a live stream for 15 minutes, whatever form of value you can give to somebody and digitize that, that's essentially what NFTs are.
Nice. So you said at the party, at one of your parties, you
Mm-hmm.
said that NFTs made sense to you because you had been in the crypto space for a while. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so fun fact, way back, like I want to say 2019, it was my ex-boyfriend or boyfriend at the time. He was looking into cryptocurrency, he was looking into XRP, like Bitcoin, and I have to give him credit because I would have never even looked into the crypto space if it wasn't for him. And just seeing him try and trade and seeing the volatility of that market and the instability, I was like, okay, like this is interesting because you can make money very quickly, but you can also lose money very quickly. So coming from a market point where obviously I had like a background in stocks and just seeing the crypto market and seeing the volatility level and then translating that to NFTs and how it's actually associated with something tangible or physical in our 3D world, to say the least, and it helps with the volatility. It helps to calm it down, in my opinion. So I can, it's like a mixture of my stock market space mixed with the volatility of like the crypto space, but in a perfect mix of the two. So yeah.
So instead of just being in the crypto market or just being in the NFT market, why are you sharing it?
You mean by like sharing, more so sharing the information, I'm assuming, right?
A lot of times people will say, well, if this is a, and I'm not calling it a get rich quick, but we're talking about
Yeah.
skeptics.
Yeah.
Skeptics will say, well, why don't you just keep it to yourself? If it's so good, why don't you keep it to yourself? Why do you got to share it with other people?
So the biggest thing with NFTs, and this is something we also talked about our event, and then for those of you that are joining, like you don't know what NFTs are, like please comment down below because I've never met anybody that's like realistically known a lot about NFTs, or even like usually everybody's super super crazy like confused about it. So NFTs, right? The reason why I talk about it so much on steroids is because realistically looking at human society, and I'm just going to call it out as it is, everybody's usually lazy. Nobody likes to put in the effort, and usually a lot of people are talk, but they won't actually do it. They won't take action. NFTs specifically, it's expensive to get into. It's not like everybody can just create an NFT and just do it. it's also a market that's really, really brand new that creates a lot of skepticism, and a lot of people already hate the market in general just because they don't even know what it is. So in all honesty, it's like, okay, yeah, I can publicly talk about NFTs and the value of it, and hopefully the people that see the value in me and what I'm talking about it can partner up with me versus, all the other people that will say they'll do things or say they're going to take this information and actually never start it. Because again, there's so many reasons why people don't start NFTs, but one of the biggest ones is people not taking action. And
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Hmm.
So I mentioned, let's not mention the artist name, but I'm aligned with certain artists.
Hmm.
Um, some of them have during COVID have launched 3 albums.
Hmm.
What would be a beneficial way for somebody that's a popular artist to launch their album with NFTs or maximize their content?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm just going to give a very perfect ABC example in the easiest ABC manner I can. I'm going to reference Gary Vee if you guys don't know who he is. Like, this is his example that he always blasts on steroids. Quote him, don't quote me. But coming back down, somebody just asked, what is NFTs? NFTs, to be very, very specific, you really don't necessarily have to know about the acronym, but it's non fungible tokens. And what essentially it is like a digital asset. Picture like your blue check mark or just something online that has value. Most often cases, it's a photo that can be a ticket to like an event, just as an example. But going back for an artist, right? Let's just use Snoop Dogg as an example, right? Everybody loves a guy, stoner. We all get it, right? Snoop Dogg. So Snoop Dogg can actually release NFTs. He can take a picture, take a selfie of him smoking a J, whatever it is, right? And digitize that photo as an NFT. There's only one photo of Snoop Dogg smoking that J on there, on that platform, whether that is OpenSea, whatever platform it is that he is selling that one photo, right? In that one photo, let's just say he could have like somebody's name in the photo, right? Let's just say like if he wanted to like shout out a fan, he could have that fan pay him $1 million for that NFT to take the photo with him and the J and like the fan's username down below. That's just a way how Snoop Dogg is offering value to that fan and digitizing that value onto an online platform. If you have Snoop Dogg trying to do music, right? Royalties, that photo, whatever photo it is of him smoking a J, whatever, people already know and believe in Snoop Dogg, right? Picture Snoop Dogg like a stock. People already know and believe in Tesla. People already know and believe in Apple, right? They're reliable people, reliable sources. So when it comes down to it, Snoop Dogg can take that picture, put it on OpenSea, whatever it is, and say, hey, 5% of my royalties for my next album are going to be paid off to whoever buys that NFT. Obviously, it's literally like a stock. People are going to get excited about that. People are going to want to buy that NFT because even realistically, let's just say he's selling that NFT for $200. There could be a bidding war to go on that might skyrocket his NFT for $200,000. And voila, his album actually makes, I don't know, 5% of royalties, maybe 1 million. Who knows? Already the publicity gain is exponential. So I guess the best way to explain is, yeah, as an artist, if you sell music, sell merch. If you want to sell one-on-one coaching time or one-on-one consultation calls, if you want to show like the behind the scenes of how you are in the studio creating your song or your music, whatever it is, whatever you think people will actually enjoy and find value in, you can literally take a photo of it, create some kind of drawing, as long as you put that on the platform OpenSea, which is what I'm going to mainly mention because it's the platform a lot of people are familiar with. But you put it on a platform, whatever that might be, but usually OpenSea, have somebody, aka an obsessive fan or whoever that might be, a really, really good business partner, buy that because they believe in you, the artist, and there is a financial incentive in most cases, then yeah, you're good to go. It's just a way how to create value online. It's almost like a subscription, but it's a subscription that doesn't have a fixed value like $20 a month. It's more so you can start a bidding war and you can grow with it, which is what I personally really like about it.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and explain, break down OpenSea.
Yeah, okay. So OpenSea is a platform. It's a public platform that is on the blockchain, which it can, I can go into a whole entire thing, but just picture it's a public database that you can publicly see who is buying what NFT and who's selling what NFT and who owns what NFT. Just know that it's a public database. Picture it like YouTube, but you see publicly what's going on and it is verified by that source and it is 100% credible. So there's no way you can screenshot, for all the skeptics, screenshot your NFT and relist it on OpenSea because there's only one of a kind and it will fact check it in its system. So it's literally a fact checker system for that cause or for that case.
So there's you mentioned, and I think I heard other people mention, like if you took a picture of the Mona Lisa, that wouldn't have the value that the Mona Lisa had.
No, and the reason why is because mainly two different things. So OpenSea, the exchange, right? You can easily like screenshot, the Mona Lisa on OpenSea, right? Let's just use the Mona Lisa as an example. You screenshot that, you try and relist it on OpenSea because you want to make money off of it. It's not going to work. The algorithm's going to flag you. Like that's just how it is. It's a fact checker for a reason. You have to even list the art piece, the Mona Lisa, under a different name. You can't even have any NFTs under the same name. Like that's just how fact checking or how strict it is on OpenSea. When it comes down to it too, the value that the Mona Lisa has is never going to be the same, and we all know it. If I sell like a hand drawing painting, let's just say if I created the Mona Lisa, right? Then obviously whatever value I want to give with that Mona Lisa, let's just say that's royalties, event tickets, one-on-one consultation calls, whatever the value is. If somebody screenshots or takes a picture of that, it's not coming from me, so they're not getting that value automatically. There's no way I can comp them for the royalties. There's no way I can comp them for the consultation calls or the events with that screenshot. It has to be done through the one and only one that I sell. So realistically, there's no value associated with it unless if it's coming from me.
But there could be value if Snoop Dogg gets a selfie with the Mona Lisa in the background.
Okay, but then that's saying that Snoop Dogg has value, like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
if
yeah,
yeah, so if Snoop Dogg has value and he takes a picture with my certified Mona Lisa in the background, then that's a collab that we're doing, right? If he takes it
yeah,
with the
yeah,
fake one in the background, then like people are gonna obviously talk crap about it online and be like, oh, he's taking it with the fake one. Why couldn't he just pay Natalya to take it with the real one? It's always just
yeah,
going
yeah,
back to the
sure.
source. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So you mentioned partnering with people. What role would you play in partnering with somebody?
Yeah, so if anybody wants to partner up with me on NFTs, there's mainly 3 to 4 different ways on how you can do it. Either A, I do like live streams and consultation calls, where people can ask me questions like, how do I set up my NFTs? How do I do it? Like I said, it's an expensive process that not a lot of people really think about before they start doing it. And I've actually done the whole entire process, unlike many individuals, of creating, setting them up, listing them on the website. So for somebody that's actually gone through the whole entire process from beginning to end, I'm your girl here. When it comes down to selling and buying NFTs, I mean, I have NFTs listed on OpenSea myself. So if people wanted to attend my events, have royalties for my music, see some acting or film scenes or scripts that I've like done in the past, whatever value that is associated with it, it's obviously listed on OpenSea per NFT. But I do sell NFTs for specifically anybody that wants to partner up with me, attend my stuff, watch my stuff, etc. I also can help people set up their NFTs. That's another way. Or I can co create NFTs with somebody as well. So those are the 4 different ways.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I look forward to figuring out, continuing to figure out ways that we can partner on some crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
likewise. Same here. I'm like, again, it's such a new platform and it's such a new concept that not a lot of people are talking about or not a lot of people are really aware of. And I'm just like, damn, like to be the first pioneers of like the digital gold rush. That's what
It,
everybody keeps referencing it as, the digital
it's very
gold rush.
it's very interesting because what you're talking about is true that not a lot of people are talking about it, but Pepsi is doing something in the NFT
Hmm.
space.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you'd think that usually when something like that would happen, the market would be saturated.
Yeah, I think it's honestly again because it's expensive to do and it's because nobody really understands it. So it's like, why even bother try and understand it? It's also very new and it's heavily, or sorry, it's heavily, I can't say it's heavily digitized, or it's like heavily invested into the tech space, and the tech space already social stigma wise, nobody likes the tech space. Everybody's like, screw tech, screw Elon, screw chips. Like, no, it's just, it has a negative connotation with it. Same thing that Instagram did when it first started out, same thing with TikTok when it first, started out. It's, it's only a matter of time. That's all I have to say. Just time has to catch up. So
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So I have a question. Is there anything connected with the metaverse and NFTs?
yeah, 100%. So Facebook obviously rebranded to Metaverse. Saw that coming for a minute because Facebook was getting outdated. Anybody with a common sense can just tell you that Facebook was getting outdated. So they had to do something. Metaverse and the VR spaces is something that I have been involved in and have been hearing talks of for the last 5 years. I'm not even kidding. Um, I used to work at a VR facility, and they were talking about incorporating technological elements very similar to metaverse kind of style within VR gaming 5 years ago. So, you can just follow social trends and see where things are going. With NFTs, yeah, you can have NFTs that give value to the metaverse. It's that easy. Like, picture the metaverse like a game, right? Like, you have your digital online character. I can sell NFTs that, let's just say if I create my own society in the metaverse, whatever it might be, right? I can have value associated with me in the metaverse because there's none of me inside this metaverse, and the metaverse is so new that it already has value as long as people, perceive it as valuable. So I guess the best way to put it is that as long as you can give value to an individual in whatever form that they might appreciate that value. It all comes down to the keyword value. Then you can make money off doing whatever. If somebody finds valuable, Bob Marley drawing, Spider-Man. I don't know. Like, something out of the blue. Etta James coming back from the dead. Like, things that people seem that could be valuable, then it's going to sell. It's going to sell. As long as you can perceive it and make it valuable, then you're golden. You're good.
Okay, so I have a documentary that I'm doing with somebody in Pakistan. Say I uploaded something on Facebook, sorry, on YouTube. Could I put it in the NFT market after that, or I have to not put it on in YouTube in the beginning?
I mean, it depends on how you want to offer value. Like, I mean, here's the thing. If you put a documentary on YouTube, right? And then you try and sell that documentary, in my personal opinion, it's not going to be valuable because the full documentary is already on YouTube. I can just watch it. Why would I pay to watch it again?
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
unless if you have another way to offer value, then I don't see it happening.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering on that because I didn't know because you kind of yeah, somebody would have to get it. Yeah, that makes sense. That
Yeah,
makes
it's a
sense.
very complicated new concept. Like, I'm being really real with you. It took me a good solid month to really just dive in, understand everything. I watch so many videos on YouTube, podcasts, like, just listen to everything about it. And that's somebody with already a cryptocurrency stock market background that's just trying to figure out the NFT space. So yeah, honestly, the best, thing that I have to say is you have to just learn by doing. That I'm a kinesthetic learner. I already knew that, so that's what I did, and that's the only reason how I'm able to talk about it is just mainly because I did it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's that's why you and I get along
hmm,
because we're all about action.
yeah,
I,
exactly, exactly.
I don't take a lot of action, but when I do, I mean I will obsess about something.
Right? I'm the same way. I'm the same way as well. Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't mean to cut you off, but I got like 2 more minutes. So,
Oh no, no, this is perfect. I was looking for a for an exit. So in this space, people know how to partner with you. I'll put the links in there. Do you have anything special that you want to share in the
yeah,
last?
yeah, honestly, like, again, if anybody just wants to talk to me more about NFTs, buy my NFC, anything about NFTs, just shoot me a DM. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me, right? When it comes down to NFTs, if anybody has any questions or if anybody wants to book calls with me, all that can be done through the DMs. But yeah, I have funnels of how people can get info. You just gotta ask. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time. I know you're very busy, and let's do coffee soon.
Yeah, we should. We should. I'll chat with you later.
Okay, peace.
Okay, bye.
Bye.